All right, super exciting day. Somebody decided it was time to buy a new car. You guys take a guess on what that is?
Ta-da!
Your first JZX. All right, let's hear this thing. The neighbors are gonna be so mad. RP 103. Doesn't that just make you giggle every time?
Yeah. And the turbo.
What does it sound like? Can you make that noise for me? All right, it's been about 3 weeks since we've had the JZX now. We got 2 flat tires in the front. They were really camber worn. Brought the car up and got home and tires are flat. So it's a good thing we got the car home. Had it on a tow truck to get it here. First things first, we gotta get new tires. The fitment on this car is good and not good. No, it's set up for drifting, I'm pretty sure, because it has an angle kit. It's not really like a full angle kit, it's just the little adapters to move whatever on the lower control arm or whatever. I don't know what they're called. I just know that they have them on here, and they make them for Supras because nobody really makes an angle kit. A few people do. But I'm gonna lift the car up, take the wheels off, try to take some of the camber out, raise the suspension up, see how it sits, and then I'm gonna do some measurements for some new tires because these things are not the move. Let's see what size here. 215 35 19s. That's not good. I don't know if you guys will be able to see. If I look under, obviously the tire is flat, so just see how much tire is hitting the ground, you know. Not really ideal. And same with the back tires. They're not too bad, but they're just way too stretched. We need a fitment like this. You know, some meats. That's the kind of fitment that I'm gonna be going for on this car. Or tire fitment, or tire size, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it lifted up. And then the next thing that I'm gonna do to this car, since I'm really excited, is a really nice shade of purple. It's hard to see on the camera, but in person it pops really well. Right there you go. But you can see all the swirls and stuff. And this being as clean as it is, besides the broken corner light and the faded headlights, I'm gonna try to do a paint correction on it. I'll show you kinda. All these little marks right there, I thought they were just dirt, but they're like scuff marks. Almost looks like someone was hanging out the window or people were leaning up on the side of the car. So I'm not 100% sure what they're from, but I'm gonna try to buff them out. First, I gotta take care of the tires, so I'm gonna pop you guys onto a time lapse, get the tripod set up, lift the car up. It's gonna take me a while because it's really low and I've never lifted a JZX before. So, broke my phone mount, knocked it over. I got it adjusted, same height as the other side. It does look about the same. There you go. So these, on the back side of this wheel here, they are 235s, the fronts are 215s. So I'm thinking with the rear, with how far of a gap we're gonna have standing up, I think I may be able to get away with 255, maybe 265s. Those are 265s on a 10 wide. Continental, so they're a little bit thicker sidewall. What size are these? Actually, they're 265 what? 265 35. I should have got them in a 30. The rears are 285 30 18s. Continental, the Extreme Contact 2.0s, which I think we'll be going with because I want that, maybe that amount of stretch would be perfect on here. I will raise the car up to fit the tire under it. Tell what we did here. Got some new tires put on. Found out that these are 19 by 11 and a half for the rears and 19 by 10 in the front. Not sure the offsets. Brand new tires. I ended up just pulling out the coilover bolt so I can drop this a little bit and raise the coil because it is too low right now. I'm probably gonna have to take this sensor off. I don't think I'll be able to spin it. No. So I'm gonna pull that off. I did see down here, I don't know, well, you guys be able to see it, it's kind of rusty. I will be able to pull, I'll be able to pull quite a bit of camber out of the front, like I did the rear. All right, so it moved it quite a bit. I don't know if you'll be able to tell too much from the camera. It's gonna be a lot better. I could possibly try to adjust that one up there on the upper control arm with the ball joint. I'm just a little worried about fitment. I guess I could toss a wheel on, see how close that is to hitting anything, or if it is gonna hit if I pull it out. So on the 19s, it hits right there. That's rubbing against the tire. So I'm either gonna have to get a really small spacer to put on here, or I don't know if I adjust the ball joint, if it'll straighten the camber. No, I need a spacer. All right, so just looking back, I would be able to file this down a little bit and get the clearance that I need, but it's also really close and I think it's gonna rub no matter what. I don't really know what this arm, it looks to be extended. I don't think that's factory. First time ever looking at a Chaser before, like ever. So if I pull this out to give me a little bit less camber, this thing has to have extended lowers or shortened uppers or something, because there's still a massive amount of camber and the setting is at 0 down there. So even if I straighten it out, it's still gonna bring this with the wheel the whole time. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to get some extended studs and a small spacer, because when I put these on, the studs don't come out far enough that I would feel comfortable running on this much of probably from here over, like that much stud with the lug nut. So maybe I'll be able to find a shop tomorrow or overnight some spacers and studs, but then I'm gonna have to raise it up quite a bit because these are over fenders and it was really close already. I'll have to raise it up a bunch. I'll have to do more of it in the daylight tomorrow. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow once I figure out what I'm gonna do with this thing. See you in the morning. Okay, so it's a couple days later than just tomorrow. I got some GK Tech spacers as well as some GK Tech extended lug studs. These are 20mm extended, should be good. This is an 8mm spacer, should be more than enough to clear that safely and not be too wide. So it is raining. Washington weather out here is really bad. I did get the LS here finally, so we've got all the vehicles at home now. I'm going to adjust the camber on the passenger side, pull the brakes off, get the rotor out of the way, bang out the old lug studs. I'm just gonna set the phone up on a time lapse in the garage because I don't want it to be in the rain, and it's raining, so it's not gonna be something I want to take a long time on and show you guys what you already saw me do on that side. So same process this side, time lapse, here you go. I just raised the coilover. Found that it's the exact height as this 13mm socket. So I'm gonna use that to measure the other side to make sure I get it right, because I have not adjusted that coilover yet. The new one, the old ones. See the distance that it sticks out compared to the other one, like quite a bit more. Before I do all of them, I need to check that these fit correctly, because I don't want to try to put the wrong one in. Yeah, they look the same. Let's see. Soak right now. I hate this. Yeah, I don't think they're the right one. Alright guys, well that's unfortunate. Looks like the studs that I got are not gonna fit. They are also the wrong thread pitch for the lug nuts. It only goes on about 2 threads before it gets stuck. So yeah, M12 by 1.5. So I'm gonna have to order some more and then I'll come back later. I got new studs ordered for the Chaser. The correct ones this time. I've done a lot of research since last night, since what you guys just saw. Obviously the car isn't gonna be moving anywhere. Nothing is gonna be done until I get the new studs. Got Weston here today. You excited, bud? You know what we're doing today?
What?
We're gonna put new wheels on the Miata. So we're gonna get some freshies put on here. It's gonna be pretty close to what's on the Chaser. I'll show you guys what we're cooking with here. Chaser has SSR, I think they're SP1s. Here's what they are. They're SSRs. Don't have center caps for them. They didn't come with the wheels when we picked them up. But this is what we got cooking for the Miata. We got some Workmeister S1s. It's gonna look killer. Super excited. Jennifer doesn't know that I'm putting these on today. So I'm gonna do this as a little surprise and fix the oil leak. And hopefully, from what I've been reading online, for the timing belt that I just did on this thing, the engine can be misfiring because of it running low on oil, which it does leak, so therefore it runs low sometimes. And the VVT sensor on the top can be reading off. My Dodge actually does the same thing if it'll run low on oil. So I'm thinking that if I fix the oil leak and it's always topped off, it won't have those random times where it misfires. What do you think, Weston? Is that gonna work?
Yeah!
Okay. All right, we've got one wheel on so far. I need to get the more lugs out of the bag. Looks way better. I'm not sure the size, how different they are, but doesn't it look better, Weston?
Yeah!
Hopefully they're a little bit wider too. Yeah, I think they're gonna stick out a little bit more than what the stock did, so it doesn't have so much of a stock look to it. The guy sent me pictures of it on his Miata, but they were just side shots, so I couldn't tell how they actually fit. No coilovers on this car, so I'm not too worried about it rubbing or having to adjust anything like that. I'm going through the hassles of what I'm dealing with the Chaser. What are you doing, man?
I'm going up and down.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna put the rest on here. You'll see it when it's done. It's a really big difference. Wheels really do make or break a car. It's just a Miata, but at the same time, it's not just any Miata. Looks a lot better. Definitely needs some coils. Bring it down a little bit, but the fitment, the wheels turn a little bit, so fitment is better than stock. These are a 215/45/16 tire. Not sure on the width or the offset of the wheel, but it works. They fit perfect for stock. We don't have to lower it. It could use it to look a lot better, but just as a nice little fun daily, I guess, commuter. Take it out every now and then. I think it looks pretty killer.
That is cool.
Yeah, how does it look now with new wheels on it?
Cool.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
Should I do the other side now?
Yeah.
Okay. Come here, Wes. What do you think about the stock wheel on there? Is it cooler, or should I put the cool ones on?
Cool one.
The cool ones?
Yeah.
All right. I'll do it. All right. Just like that. All 4 wheels are on the car. I already went underneath the bit and fixed the oil leak. It was just a drain plug, had a bad gasket on it, so it slowly leaked. This was actually all of the oil that came out that had already leaked out. That was what was left in there, so I'm gonna top her back off on oil. Miata is good to go. I'm gonna need to go through and kind of clean these up a little bit because they're a little bit hazy. But what do you think of the new wheels, man? They're on, look, it's got them on both sides now. All 4 of them are on.
Yeah, I want
That look awesome.
them.
You like them?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you say work Meister?
Workmeister.
Yeah. Can you say Hot Boy wheels?
Hot boy wheels.
Yeah. So Miata is finished. The oil leak is done. Just need to top it off. What's up, bud?
I want to. Can you please go grab my blanket?
You want your blanket?
Yeah.
Okay.
What the heck?
What?
Cute.
It feels so weird when you're videoing me instead of me videoing myself. I really hope this works.
Does it need the black thing?
What?
Does it need the black thing?
Yeah. So this is an installer tool, so I can get it set in
Oh.
and then tighten the lug nut down, and it'll pull the stud back through the hole, so I don't have to sit from behind and hit it with a hammer. It's kind of hard to do without spinning the thing. So maybe. A few love taps, I guess. All right, so I got this one on as far as I could. I'm gonna try putting a few more in and then using my breaker bar to stop the hub from spinning. Hopefully that'll allow me just to use the wrench, tighten each one as I go, get them in far enough to where they're not gonna bend or do anything bad while I am tightening them down. But I was having a really hard time finding which ones were the right size and would fit for the Chaser. After a lot of research, a lot of phone calls, drove around to like 10 different stores last night looking for them. The IS300, here's the part number for ARP, comes in a pack of 5. I need to contact Amazon. I'm probably just gonna order a second kit tonight because it'll be here tomorrow. Amazon Prime has them overnight available, so I'm gonna do that, get these for the other side. It was supposed to come in a pack of 10. But also, while I'm doing this, this is a, there's no part number on here. It's on the box. I have it in my truck. I can put it in the description. Off of Amazon as well. It's just a lug stud installer tool, or a lug installer. It just goes over, if you have an impact or an air gun, it works a lot easier. And then you just put your lug nut on, prefer to have open-ended ones because they're gonna go pretty far. If you had closed-ends, it would just rip off the end of it or stop and strip out your stud. Studs are installed. Let's just see how it looks. I'm probably still gonna have to come under here and adjust the coilovers a little bit more. So I'm not gonna finish putting everything on. I just wanna see how it's gonna sit. Oh my God. Fucking wheels turn. Damn. How long has it been since we've seen 4 wheels on this car?
2 months.
It's been a long time. Can I see that? All right, so just got finished with the passenger side of the car. Doing the studs. I didn't film it because I didn't want to be disappointed on film. All right, now I got some light on for you guys. It does hit the fender right here, or the bumper, I guess. Need to do a little bit of something about it, but just the brakes rubbing. You can see in there, there's a spacer. It's a GK Tech 15 millimeter. So here's the spacer, GK Tech. Really nice, hub centric, which is what you want. All right, wheels are on, tightened down. I adjusted the tie rods, I guess, just for the alignment a little bit. Need to do this one a little bit more. They were really far off since I did pull as much camber out as I could, which it looks a lot better. In the beginning, I'm pretty sure I had it up there of what it looked like, how bad it was. I am worried that the bumper is gonna hit the wheel right here when it turns, when you turn the wheel. So I found if you just prop it out a little bit, just pull it just slightly out, it'll clear. So once this is all said and done, I'll have to make a bracket or something to hold the bumper out, take it to the alignment shop, get it aligned. But I'm gonna go ahead and set it on the ground now. This will be the first time this car's been on the ground in about 2 months. I think that's how long ago we picked it up and we were driving it around. So Jennifer doesn't know that I'm doing this. She knows that I'm working on the car, but she doesn't know I'm this far along. These are pretty stiff coils, so I don't assume it's gonna go down too far, but could be mistaken. Fast. All right, first time this baby's been on the ground in a long time. So let's see. Pretty crazy fitment. We can lower it eventually. A lot of the camber went away. There's still a bunch there, but rear tire, that's money. Can come down a little bit, but it's not cut up inside there, so can't come down too much. I do want to let it settle for a minute because the suspension has been dangling. See how different the side looks. That's a good fitment right there. Not bad. See, it is real close. Okay, back at it. I didn't get the car done last night. I got the clearance good on the driver's side of the car for the wheel. When you turn, it doesn't hit the bumper. I got a bracket that kind of holds the bumper out down there. Over here, run into the issue. I had a really, really long bracket pushing this out pretty far. But what I noticed was the bumper is not sitting up as far as it should. Let's see if I can get this here. I can pull it up a good amount. And when I do that, it pulls it away. So I'm thinking if I can get it to be held up and then put the bracket in to push it out and hold it up, I should be good on this side. This has been a really big struggle and taking way too long. I'm gonna try to get it all done. I'm gonna go back under there. I'll show you guys kind of what I have for an idea. I'm just using these bars. They came off of a canopy that I had that got broken during a windstorm, so they work. I have like these cool little how it was connected inside on the canopy, little screws or bolts that go through them, and I got a little nut in there so I can clamp them to whatever. On this side I used an old piece of fuel rail that I had, a metal one that was perfect length. Got it in there secured so it holds the bumper on, or the bumper out perfectly. So I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I gotta jack the car back up, get under there, and hopefully I can figure out how to hold the bumper up. All right, so this is the bracket that I got going on. Got the little connector right there, so it's adding some strength because it's bigger than just a washer. Got it zip tied to that as tight as I could. I couldn't bolt it anywhere. I don't have my welder set up. I can't make an actual hard bracket. I'm just using what I have. It seems to be working pretty good, but if you guys can see, if I push up on the bumper, like pull forward a little bit, it'll move, but then it creates a gap up here. So this is more pushed out than I had it yesterday. I was actually able to brace myself on that wheel and push pretty hard and get this zip tied right here how I did. So I'm hoping that this will be enough. So let's go ahead and set the car down and cross our fingers that this is what we needed to get it good. I did also add this zip tie. I'll probably change this out for a stronger one to the intercooler because I noticed there was no bracket there. And also on the intercooler pipe, you can see this little zip tie right here goes around the intercooler pipe and helps kind of lift up on the bumper. I just tried that and it moved it a little bit, helped with the bumper clearance. So those are things I didn't try good enough last night. So hopefully they'll work today. Here. Okay. That's all we're gonna go down. It's still slightly touching right there. It's probably gonna touch just a hair more if I turn the wheel. That side clear. Why can't it just be the same? Let's turn this. Forgot to turn the key on. Wouldn't let me turn. Yeah, I think we're hitting. Yeah, it's just slightly rubbing. It's not hitting down here anymore. It's just on this top part. So I wonder if it'll just wear itself down. It kind of bows the bumper out and closes this gap up here a little bit. What I'm thinking is if I run some zip ties from this up to a top metal bracket back here, and then this one the same way, kind of pulling it forward, that might help close the gap that's right here and under the headlight, because on this side it's tight. little bit of a gap, but not as bad. This side clears for some reason. I don't know why. The coils are identical heights. All right, well, you guys can kind of see, I might be able to show you guys from underneath. It's kind of hard to see. I can't see the phone. There's a zip tie going across that bar. It comes up to the fender bracket that's back here. I did one that goes that way and then one that comes straight up. So it helps pull the front of the bumper up. This is pretty bowed out now. I can't really do too much more, honestly. But the gap is way bigger than what it was. So I'm gonna set you guys back up. Maybe I'll grab it a little bit closer. Let's see. I can feel the resistance. All right, just barely at the bottom down here. All right, so the only thing I had to cut this was a big ass saw, so it's cut. All right, guys, super excited right now. It clears. Everything is good. I can put tools away. I can get the jump box out and finally get a cold start for you guys so you guys see how this will sound. Whew. I'm so relieved right now. I've been at this for like, I don't know, for a long time. I'll have to check the timestamps of when we got these tires put on. I think it was like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, that we got these tires put on, and I've been fighting it ever since, getting them to actually fit on the car itself. So, whew, just cross my fingers that the jump box actually will start this thing, and we can go for a drive, maybe go surprise Jennifer. She hasn't seen this car move in a long time. I think we only drove the car for like 3 days, maybe 4, before the tires that were on it decided to unalive themselves. Well, yeah. All right, jump box time. All right, so battery's dead. Letting it charge up for a little bit. Right out here, get a proper cold start. I have to listen to the sound of the car. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. There's a lot to cover in this video. It was a lot of work to do. Really time consuming, not having everything on hand that I needed. Hopefully everything else that we have to do to the car we can get before I start making the videos, and it won't take so long. But thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for more super content. See you guys later.